Our second guest is Ray Gibbs, the Executive Director of Forward High Point, an organization that's transforming downtown High Point into a vibrant destination to live, work, study, and play. Ray has over 35 years of development experience on all sides of the development table, including 24 years serving as the key executive of downtown and community development organizations throughout North Carolina and Virginia. Thanks for joining us today, Ray. Ray, what can you tell us about the current state of downtown High Point?
Like every downtown around the country now, we're trying to adapt and get started right now. Unfortunately, we've had some major hits. Like every city has had, ours have been a little harder with some of the aspects that make High Point unique. Tim, as you know, we're the home of the International Home Furnishings Market, and we host the world's largest furniture market 2 times a year that bring in 70 to 80,000 people, both once in the spring and then one in the fall. And we had to cancel this year's spring market due to the coronavirus, which really kind of shut down for us close to 13 million square feet of showrooms that had to shut their doors. So it's been a major impact for not only the furniture market, but also all our businesses around it. And then the second has been with the stoppage of baseball. Last year we just opened a new baseball stadium downtown, but things are starting to open up some. I mean, our restaurants here in North Carolina are able to open now for eat-in up to 50% of their seating capacity. So it's actually been nice this last week to be able to go inside a restaurant and sit down and have lunch versus always doing takeout. But I think takeout's still pretty strong.
So Ray, what are you hearing from other economic development leaders in other cities of how they're faring during this pandemic time?
We've been talking a lot to each other. I had one conference call today with downtown development managers across the country. I've been on several with folks around North Carolina. And things are a little different everywhere, as each town's a little different, but everybody's been affected. And we're all trying to figure out how to kind of work through this, because it is unlike anything we've been through before. Many of us have been working at this for many years, have been through recessions, 9/11, myself through hurricanes and tornadoes, and we kind of know how we're going to deal and work through those. But this is something different. What is the backside going to be? There's a lot of different opinions on where it's going to come, but I think eventually it will come back around. But how we're dealing with it primarily, the first thing that is pretty base across the board has been communication. Trying to get information out to our property owners and business owners and the public. What's open, what's not open. Who has takeout. What grants and loans may be available through the state or federal government. Some local municipalities or counties are offering some loans and grants. Getting that information out. Getting information out to the public. Really playing up social media. The second is kind of really adapting to the situations. How can we help takeout? Can you have pickup lanes open in front of businesses so somebody picking up doesn't have to find a place to park around the block? Some towns have closed streets down for outdoor dining in the street to make it a little bit easier. So it's really a matter of trying to adapt and see what that future is. But it's also giving us time to reflect and think about where do we want to be. We had been so busy kind of just managing the day-to-day that we really sometimes don't have time to think about the future. So that's given us that time.
What kind of tools will you use to encourage folks to come back downtown again? I know we've got a whole cadre of opportunities like festivals, ad campaigns, incentives. What are you doing creatively that you think will help get people back downtown?
You kind of looking at the future, and one of the things that I have heard around our state and around the country is that people have had to cancel festivals, which have always been a part of our communities and what downtowns are. We've had to cancel events. Other programs are in jeopardy because of lower funding to municipalities, are causing cutbacks to organizations and partially funds, in some cases, all the funds. But at the end, we're really looking at economic development and the social behavior in our communities. So one of the things that we're trying to do here, and I'm pushing, is that we don't cut back now, but as we start coming out, that we really need to push harder. And the way we're going to get ourselves out of this is work our way out. We have to work harder. We have to make a bigger effort. What I'm bringing to my board is a work plan that not only doubles down but triples down in our program, to come back strong with a lot more events, a lot more marketing, both in social media and other ways, to have concerts, to bring in outdoor art exhibits, to have all types of events to get people back. We know that that's likely going to be slow as folks start coming out. They're all going to be a little hesitant, but we need to build that back up. For me, it's almost like I saw 35 years ago, starting in a downtown, that businesses were closing in, and we had to bring people downtown because they had never been there in 10 or 20 years. So it's a slow process to get them reacquainted coming back to downtown. But we got to work hard, and we're planning to do it here, and I think you're going to see that in our communities around the country.
So Ray, can you help discuss any phasing of reopening for downtown High Point?
The phasing, I think we're probably in phase one here, maybe getting towards a phase two in High Point. As I said, our restaurants are open now for indoor dining, but it's a limited number of people, and I think that will slowly phase back up. I don't know, 75% before we hit 100%. But it's going to take the public time to get comfortable coming back. People are still using more takeout. I mean, the big issue, I think, is going to be when we can start having large assemblies again. For us, when can we reopen our baseball stadium? When can we start having our downtown concert series again? When can I do an interactive art display that will bring people downtown? And I think right now, not only economically for that, but I think it's also important now to a lot of the social justice issues that we're looking at. That downtown is a place where everybody comes together, and it's a place where it's inclusive for everybody, and that's the way our events are scheduled. So we need to get our whole community back together again, meeting each other, getting to know each other, talking to each other, getting to know our business owners. For the future, it's going to be about that relationship with those small businesses and their customers, and going back to good old service. It's one of the strong points that downtown has. It's individual, mom and pop, local stores, local owners who know the community and knows their customers.
What signs of encouragement could you offer, Ray, businesses as well as residents of downtown High Point?
I know we've been through a lot here in the last 4 or 5 months, but things will start moving forward. We're still planning for the future. We're planning, as I said, to come back even stronger with more activity. Our construction projects that we had underway, those that were under construction are continuing. There's been some that probably are going to see a little bit of slowdown to get regenerated again, but we're going to keep moving forward. We've come back from everything in the past. We've hit adversity in our town and every downtown across the country at different times. I do remember downtowns 30 years ago, 20 years ago. We're in a much stronger position now. I think it's going to be something that the public is really going to embrace. We've missed that social opportunity of getting to see our neighbors and embracing them. And at the end of the day, we are humans. We are social animals. We want to get back together. We want to experience things. Shopping online sometimes is easy, but also having a proper or a business owner who understands the product and the material, understands you, can help you decide on what's the most practical thing to do. I don't know how you pick out furniture online. You want to really see it and touch it and feel the fabric. That's what is important about our furniture market here. So once things come back, people are going to need to come see the product.
Thanks, Ray and Mike, for sharing your strategies and viewpoints. It's been very, very informative for us. You guys inspire and energize me, all of us, with your innovative ideas and strategies and thoughts. So only time will tell how Main Street reinvents itself, but with innovation, collaboration, we believe the future is bright. We at Elliott Sidewalk Communities strive to be a conduit of economic development solutions as we rekindle the downtown that we want and the downtown that we will certainly have again. So let's continue the conversation. Email us at info@elliottsidewalk.com and let us know how you envision a renewed and revived Main Street. Through true partnership like ours together, our communities will emerge even stronger with great energy, shared prosperity, and a renewed sense of purpose.